The battle lines being drawn over the abortion pill. Two competing judicial rulings, handed down almost simultaneously, have set up what is widely expected to be a showdown at the U.S. Supreme Court. The pill, called mifepristone, is one of two drugs commonly used in medication abortion. A federal judge in Texas suspending the FDA's approval, which had been in place for more than 20 years. But this widely used abortion pill now remains in legal limbo, raising questions about what this means for access before a higher court weighs in.
So that might have sounded a little bit confusing, but if it's not clear, women's reproductive rights are again at risk. Yet again, access has been reduced and restricted, and the courts will be deciding whether that stays, whether that goes. And for the time being, you can still access this pill, but for how long, we don't know. What are the repercussions? We don't know. We do know one thing. We want the opinion of a man. That's why I'm here today. It's time that I finally tell you the truth. I'm kidding. Let's actually go to a real expert, bringing to you right now the founder and CEO of Pandia Health, the only doctor-led, women-founded, women-led birth control delivery service, more than 20 years experience in medicine, slightly more than me, considering I have none. Please welcome, live from Japan, where she is currently, Dr. Sophia Yen. Hello, Doc.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm usually in the U.S., but it's spring break, and so was lucky to come here. And thank you so much for discussing this such important topic. I am so upset.
And of course, you got to get out of the country when you heard this news breaking. You got to go where you might still have some rights. So let's take it away.
Yeah.
How bad is this, and what do you think are the next steps for women to prepare for?
So it's kind of horrifying that a activist judge in Texas is trying to outlaw a perfectly safe drug, which has been FDA approved for the past 20 plus years. It's safer than Viagra. It's safer than Tylenol. It's safer than penicillin.
Sorry to cut you off, but Viagra is pretty safe. I can personally tell you that. Go ahead.
As I like to say, leave medicine to the doctors and the medical professionals. Stay in your lane, dude. Get out of my lane. And if the doctors and the scientists say this is safe, stop this. This is purely a political maneuver, but I'm here today to talk about what people with uteris can do and what you all need to know and all the allies need to know too. So Ben, if you could pull up,
is that the plural of uterus?
you could go uteri or uteris. It's a style fun thing. Everybody, we have uteri, non-uteri, to know about PlanCpills.org and Mayday.health. Both are nonprofits. Any question you have about medication abortion, they're updating it every single day. And what's crazy is there's this organization called Aid Access, and you can pay them $110 or it varies, and then they can ship you medication abortion from India, written by a doctor in the Netherlands, so that nobody can get sued or lose their license.
I've gotten drugs from the Netherlands before. Didn't know you could get abortion access drugs, so that's very good to know. Okay, please continue.
Yes, so know about PlanCpills.org. Check it out. Check out Mayday Health. I absolutely trust them. They have a legal hotline. They have a way to order the drugs. If you are in a bad state, you might want to get it now before it gets illegal. In the liberal states, I think I know that there's this conflicting ruling that's coming out of Washington, which the cool states will be protected, but the ones that are conservative, you all will be literally screwed. So please, check this place out, but know that it's all legal, at least as of now, and at least through Friday. And I think until it goes through the Supreme Court.
And just to clarify, also, they were literally screwed, and now they're literally screwed as a result of that. Please continue.
When you Google abortion clinic, 70% of the time you're going to get crazy stuff called crisis pregnancy centers. They're not called that, but they're like women's health clinic, women's pregnancy. We give free pregnancy tests and ultrasounds and stuff like that.
They exist to convince women to not go through with it. These are not legit places. They are completely politically motivated. So please explain how they can avoid that.
So these are two safe places. Write this down. National Network of Abortion Funds, NAF, National Abortion Federation. These are two trustworthy places. If you need money, you can see all the little purple dots. You can raise money for them, but you can also get money from them if you need money to transport, daycare, get the procedure, etc. But know that they're limited by how much they can collect in donations. Nonprofit, people helping people, totally trustworthy National Abortion Federation. So these are two safe places. Any question you have about abortion, that's where you need to go. And
Love
given that abortion may be not an option or harder to get for a lot of people, know your birth control. So look at this list. This is from most effective to least effective. I bet you this is blowing some of your minds, because it blows my mind every time I give this talk, that the implant, this thing you stick in the arm that lasts for 3 years, beats vasectomy, which is the gold standard. So if you see on this little chart on the right by the CDC, vasectomy, 15 or 0.15% of the time you get pregnant, 1/3 of that chance is pregnant with implant. So the implant beats vasectomy. And then I'm really proud of the IUD with hormone beats tubal ligation. So that's where in a woman you snip, burn, take out 1 centimeter on each side. IUD with hormone beats that. So cool.
I don't even have these body parts, and this sounds terrible. So I'm glad that there are options that beat that are a little healthier, easier, safer. Okay, please continue.
One last thing, know about emergency contraception. So as I like to say, what your doctor doesn't know can end you up pregnant. Please check your body mass index. If you're looking at using Plan B and its generics, the emergency contraception, this is not abortion. This is, holy crap, the condom popped, or I was sexually assaulted. You have up to 5 days to take the medicine or use an IUD to prevent pregnancy. But check your BMI first, because if your BMI is 26 or greater, Plan B and the generics don't work so well. If your BMI is 30 or greater, doesn't work at all. So your option, if your BMI is 30 or greater, IUDs or Ella. And some doctors don't know you can use IUD. So tell them Dr. Yen from Stanford said you can use an IUD for emergency contraception. You can cite New England Journal 2021 article, but just Dr. Yen anytime you want to invoke that. And then if your BMI is 35 or greater, you only have the IUD for emergency contraception. So please, Pandia public service announcement, tell everybody, you know, check your BMI before you use emergency contraception, because it'd be just total waste of money if you used it and thought you were protected and you were not.
Copy that. Thank you so much for the efficient and effective information. Very, very helpful. I'm not going to publicly share my body mass index. No one needs to know. It doesn't apply to the situation anyway, but I'm working on it. Summer's coming. I'm trying to lose the weight, and summer's coming. We're all going to be having some fun. We're going to be enjoying our lives. Let's make sure that we take the steps necessary to protect ourselves, to have the life we want, and not let circumstances outside of our control dictate what it is that we can and cannot do with our own lives. I think you would agree with that, Doctor.
Absolutely. Please vote. Please vote for people that trust women and trust people with uteri with personal health decisions. This is about bodily autonomy and freedom of religion.
I also assume, Dr. Yen, that you would agree people should follow me at Ben Gleib on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. How can people follow you and learn more?
Yes, please check out Pandia Health. Pan is every, Dia is health on all of the socials. We're on TikTok, Insta, Facebook, LinkedIn. And then if you want to get a little radical political, I'm Teen MD at Twitter, but I'm also Dr. Sophia Yen on Insta.
I love it. Enjoy the rest of your spring break. Try not to go too wild over there in Japan. We need you back here. Thank you for your time. I'm Ben Gleib for Rebel HQ.